Okay guys, on today's video I'm going to be showing y'all how to snorkel your Honda 4-wheeler all the way from the 300, or really the Honda 250 Recon, all the way up to the 520 Rubicon. Well, first thing you're going to do is start by pulling your airbox out. Come over here. What I used was this little sealant right here, Lexel. But anyway, I started by sanding down the airbox all the way around. You don't have to do this, but I did it just so this sealant would stick a little bit better. And it's clear, so you can tell it's there, but not really. But I went all the way around the boots with that, went all the way around the lid with it, inside and out. But the guy before me who had the bike used silicone. You can use silicone, but I recommend that sealant that I just showed you in the video, because silicone, it gets like this, and then it gets all the heat and stuff from like your engine and your exhaust. It makes it do this right here. Makes it like old and crinkly. But anyways, you're gonna want to pull your airbox lid off. Make sure you leave your air filter in and the hose clamp tight on that, so that whenever you pull it out of your airbox and you seal your lid, or you pull it off of your 4-wheeler and you seal your lid, you can just easily pop this back on and it'll be fine. But if you're doing a 500 like this is a 2019, but it really starts at like 2013, I think, the OBS 500. You're gonna have your secondary airbox. You can go to Vessel Power Sports and get the secondary airbox delete plate, or you could just do it like I did. I popped all of my boots out right here, and on the inside I put this sealant on the inside of the boot, put it in there, and then sealed the outside of the boot all the way back in. I was gonna do the inside, but then I sealed my lid before I forgot and just said screw it, because that's really sealed right there. No water should really get behind that. So that's that part. That's your airbox part. But also pull all of your boots out and do it, like put that sealant on the inside and all the way around on all of your boots, even your airflow sensor. You're gonna have to do that. Now your crankcase vent, what I recommend doing, so don't leave the factory, don't leave this. I forgot what size it is. I'll make another video of what size it is to add to this one. I'll put it in the description. But you're gonna want to get you that hose that I'm talking about. It's a black hose, and you put it on there and you go and wrap it around your throttle body at least 3 or 4 times. Well, really, you really just wrap it twice and then go into your airbox. What that does is, if for whatever reason you sink your bike, water doesn't go straight from your airbox straight into your crankcase. It's gonna go through that loop and save it before it gets into that motor and ruins it. Now, if you sink it and it's underwater for hours and y'all are trying to get it out, it's definitely gonna get water in there. But just make sure you run this. Don't leave the factory one, because if you, whatever reason, you get water in that airbox, it's gonna go straight through there and straight into that motor. It's gonna ruin it. You'll be putting a top end on it in no time. But anyways, that's that part. That's your airbox. Now, what I did, because I have a radiator kit, I ran this is what I did. The guy before me did this piece, so I really don't know what this is, but you can do 1.5-inch pipe into the airbox, get an 1.5-inch coupler, go into 1.5-inch flex hose out of your airbox like this, and then run it straight. I ran it straight through there, and then it comes up through here into another 1.5-inch coupler, 1.5-inch piece of pipe to an 1.5-inch fitting, into another 1.5-inch. I think that's 1.5-inch 90. That top piece right there is an 1.5-inch 90. Comes out right here. Another, no, that's a 2.5. Hold on. Sorry, excuse me. 1.5 inch, 1.5 inch to 2-inch. That's a 2-inch 90. Another 2-inch 90, 2-inch 90, all the way up to your 2-inch pipe that comes out. And then you're gonna want to run your vent lines. So what I did, mine popped off back here because I got the wrong size hose, and now my diff is leaking, as you can tell. But anyways, You're going to want to get you some vent line. I forget what size it is. I'll look at it again and post it in the the description. But you're going to want to run it through here, but run it, instead of going through your exhaust side and burning it, go once you put it here, go across and go up to this frame and go up through there and run it up through here, come out right here, and follow your factory wiring harness all the way through here, and then go up. You can either do like I used to do and go up through my rack mounts, or you can, since I have this radiator kit, you can go up through here and go up like this. That's for your rear diff. Now, I'm sure you could figure out your front diff. Really, all you do is put it in right there on top of your diff and run straight up. And then you're going to want to run your gas tank vent, which is either going to be, they're always going to be on the top, really. And then, so front diff, you're going to want to run your fan vent line too. I haven't got around to doing my vent lines for the rest of the bike yet, but here's my fan vent line. It's going to want to go up. If you have drum brakes, if you care about your drum brakes and you want to keep them, run your drum brake vent, or you'll lose them in no time. But if you don't care about them, don't worry about it. You don't have to do it. And then I think that's really about it. Oh yeah, make sure you, especially on these new body styles, mine, I had problems with mine trying to run, like not trying to run underwater. And all it was these plugs up here for my computer were not dielectric greased, and my spark plug was not dielectric greased. If you dielectric grease all of this, and you don't dielectric grease your spark plug, as soon as you get in water, it'll cut off like that. And you'll be sitting there figuring out why it's trying to cut off, why it won't stay running. You put dielectric grease on that spark plug, it's gonna stay running. But it might not idle, but it's gonna stay it's gonna stay running. I don't know why. Some Hondas idle, some Hondas don't. It may just have to do with your auto adjustment screw up here. You may be able to just turn it up, or some people get them turned up with a computer, and you can do that. But some Hondas, you can snorkel them and all that and go put them in a pond or something, and they're gonna run fine. I don't know, it's weird. But that's how I snorkeled mine. But like I said, please do not forget to run your crankcase vent and wrap it around that throttle body twice, and then go into your air box, because if you don't, you're going to be putting a top end on it in no time. One more thing. I did it on my OBS 420. I haven't done it on this one yet, but I'm going to. Your water pump weep hole. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put a check valve at the end of it. That way no muddy water, nothing like that can go up into that water pump and ruin it. Also, if the water pump goes out, it'll sit there and spew all that water out, but not let water back in. So that's what you need to do, is put you a one-way check valve in that weep hole right there, in that weep hole hose, and dangle it off your frame so it'll let that water come out. But other than dielectric greasing all your stuff, all your plugs, everything like that, if you have an ES, sorry about it. Sorry about your luck. ES, in my opinion, suck. But all you really got to do to keep that alive is dielectric grease it. That's really about it. I also did this. I dielectric greased on my OBS 420. I haven't done it on this one yet because I'm just now getting back to fixing the snorkel on this one. But anyways, what you're going to do, what I did was dielectric grease the crap out of my battery and my solenoid, so it just kept water from really messing it up. Now don't get me wrong, it's still going to go out because, you know, everything wears out over time, but it'll make it last just a little bit longer. But that's how I snorkeled my 2019 Foreman 500. If you have any questions, just comment, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. But yeah,